updating on the computer here, so I figured I'd go live. I'm gonna turn my light on here. Now it's on. Ta-da! We're live. So I need to get the other light on the other side, but yeah, just kind of updating some stuff on the computer here. So I thought I'd go live before our session here. We do have a session today at 2, I think. I think so. I think it's 2. But anyways, we're gonna go live. I thought I'd go live for a little bit because then after I can do all this before we start. So, I have a Studio One. I thought I've been working within Logic for the last, I don't know, couple months or so. And I like working in Logic. A lot of big studios have Logic, you know. But I also have a license to Studio One that I was like, well, let's see what that looks like on our studio display that we have here from Apple. It looked fine on my laptop. It was just laptop small. Logic fit a lot better than what Studio One does. I think right now I'm just gonna go cancel that. It's like trying to read for all my. No, thank you. Quit. I already quit you. Spectre Layers. Forgot I still had that on here. I own a copy of Spectre Layers too. Anyways, ask us some questions while we're kind of setting up here. I'm gonna kind of move around a little bit, maybe even during the live stream here. But I just kind of, thought I would play around with it. Studio Display Speakers is not that. We're just gonna have to see what happens here. Ooh, I can go up to 240. Yeah, that's okay. Let's see what happens. Let's open this old country. I have a song that's called Old Country. Okay. Apparently. Oh yeah, it's a song I was working on writing. Yeah, I don't like how this looks. After working in Logic for so long, I'm not fond of how Studio One looks. Although you can change quite a bit. If I go in here, I think it's in preferences. Yeah, here we go. Appearance. Let's go. Mjolnir, good morning to you. I don't speak what language you're speaking, but I did see good morning. So good morning to you too. Hello, everybody that's watching. Wow, got 11 people watching. Interesting. Let's load a preset to default. Ooh, that's nasty looking. It's not bad. It's just kind of nasty looking. I don't know. I kind of like the whole contrast can go up. Luminance can go down. Anyways. Oh, Arabic. Yeah, I don't speak Arabic, so sorry. I don't speak many languages, actually. I speak a little bit of Spanish, and that's really about it. If I play with Studio One here, this is not a bad-looking DAW. It's just not... Yeah, it's not my cup of tea, per se. Not that it's not. There's some great stuff in here. But everything I can do in here, I can do in Studio One. Actually, a little bit easier, I've noticed. So, I'll close that. Amelia, we are doing well. Bob Marley song. I know some Bob... No, I don't want to say that. I know some Bob Marley songs. But that's about it. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay with Logic. I thought about it, but I kind of like how Logic works with my Apple stuff and my current setup. So we're just going to keep with it. Bob Marley song. I'm not really playing music today. I'm just kind of getting ready for today's session and thought I'd live stream for a little bit. We are just, like I said, getting ready. Trying to get some stuff ready here. We've had quite a few subscribers lately. We've had up to 21 which is crazy. If you guys want to see our other content, go hit up our channel and I'm reading comments as I'm talking. Sorry. Hit the like and subscribe. If you go and see our other content and you like our other content and you find some value from it, definitely hit the like and subscribe. Yeah. What was I looking for? Analytics. See what we're looking at here. Oh, not too bad. Yeah, that's all my stream. It's fun to watch streams go because, yeah, they will pull out subscribers and stuff out of nowhere, it seems like. But what are you? What are you? What are you? I am a human. That's what I am. Amelia, I am a human. Sorry to disappoint. Content live. We are in a recording studio. That's what we do. We record and make music. If you guys want to ask us any questions, feel free to, as long as they're appropriate. If you're not appropriate, we'll put you in timeout. Not that. What do I do as work? Oh, I own and operate a live production and recording company called Fox and Robin Recording. Hence the channel name. The channel name is Fox and Robin Recording. All of our socials is Fox and Robin Recording. Everything, website, all that fun garbage. So we make music mostly, or we help people make music usually. We do make music on our own from time to time, but usually we just help other people's. Our favorite song. Someone asked me that yesterday in the live stream yesterday, what our favorite song was, what my favorite song was. And I don't really have one right now. What I've been listening to, though, I can tell you that. I have been listening to lots of things. Let's see here. I got recently added. Let's go there. Oh, nope, that's a song I worked on with an artist. See, it doesn't show me my recently play here, does it? Black Keys, some of that stuff. Rage Against the Machine. Those are the bands that we've been listening to. So I do have quite a few favorite songs, like Bulls on Parade. I do like that. That's probably one of my more favorite current, like, Rage Against the Machine songs. Why are you not? Okay. Weird. Apple Music is wigging out on me. Okay, we'll go. Sure, we'll open this one. It does make me feel happy. I am actually a little tired though today. I didn't sleep super great, which is not uncommon when I am super busy. So if I'm super busy, I won't sleep a ton, but it's just because I work a lot. I have a guy coming in today that we're going to do some recording with, and we'll see how that goes. So I want to turn off. I wanted to see if I could turn off some of the noise it makes. Phase distortion off. Nope. Input, drive, meters, monitor, clicks. Nope, that didn't work either. I don't know. Interesting. Go back to my preset. Dogs are barking outside. Still got a lot of dogs. I do play for my love, but I also make music. I help people make their music too. So I'm helping people as well make music. So let's flutter. Nope. Interesting. This is all very interesting stuff. Playing with a plugin right now, and it's all very interesting. Go on, what do you mean? I help people make music, and they come in here, they record their stuff, and then I mix and master it, and it gets put on the radio or Spotify or whatever streaming device we have. They choose their own streaming services, so I just help it make it sound good, and that's what we do. That's what we do as a business. So, but I do like playing drums. I'm a drummer by heart. But I'm also like to do lighting and stuff. So that's where the live production kind of comes in. So yeah, that's I see. Oh, we got Randall Flagback. I see you're back, buddy. Stop bothering me. What we got here? Oh, it's a Stripe thing. Stripe, email, Slate. Let's see what the Slate Digital thing is. Yep, Slate Digital makes some cool stuff. I have some of their stuff, but nothing that's like. I have their plugin. I have their drummer plugin. My favorite genre of music right now, well, usually generally is rock, like alternative rock. What's the other thing? There's another genre that I've been really into lately. I can't quite pinpoint it. Some avant-garde stuff from time to time. I really like listening to that just to have something in the background, or like lo-fi beats when I'm working. Like if I'm typing a document, I'll put I have this lo-fi beat playlist that I'll put on, and I like listening to that stuff. So yeah. What's your favorite or era? Ooh, you had era to that one. I didn't see that. So April, my favorite era of music is probably the 60s and 70s. Probably Beatles, Rolling Stones era. That's probably my favorite era. But I also do like some of like the 90s grunge stuff. There's like a cute, and then like I don't really like anything that's prior to like 2010, like past 2010. I'm not super fond of. Like today's music, all the genres are kind of getting mushed together. So I can't really say like, oh, I like this genre, but because that genre doesn't really exist anymore. But the eras, I do like the 60s, some of the 50s stuff, like mostly because in the 50s and 60s, even into the 70s, they were and like we are now, we're experimenting with new stuff, but they were experimenting with stuff like stereo, which we're doing more of that with Atmos right now. But also we had an era of experimentation in like the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, all that through the era, with stuff like mic techniques that nobody had thought of, and different types of microphones, and like distortion and how that stuff all works. Basically, all the stuff we use today was kind of invented then. I've got a book called Here, There, and Everywhere by Jeff Emmerich, who recorded the Beatles, and he talks about how they like did all sorts of stuff that they weren't supposed to. Like Abbey Road was like, "Don't you dare do that," and then they did it, and it was like, "Oh, that's really cool." We're glad that panned out. So yeah, that's kind of that whole thing here, and we're in that right now. Like we're doing that with AI stuff. We're doing that with the whole Atmos thing. Whether Atmos will stick like stereo did or not is hard to say, because it's still relatively new compared to everything prior to it. It's like it's at least 5-6 years old, but the whole format is. But stereo has been around since the 70s. Queen was super experimental. Absolutely, they were. They were doing all sorts of stuff with like Wurlitzer pianos and synthesizers and stuff like that, and singing techniques and stuff like that. Actually, like Freddie Mercury, they told him that he should get his teeth fixed, but he didn't want to get his teeth fixed because he liked how he sang with his teeth, because you change your teeth, you change really anything in your mouth. This can change how you sing and pronounce and like enunciate and all these things. Like, it has a lot to do with how you talk. Your teeth do. So he's like, I don't want to remove my teeth. I like the way they are. So it's very interesting, like the stuff he did. And there's a couple documentaries you can watch. Like, this is how they did this and recorded that. And was it like We Will Rock You? That whole like stomp clap thing. They just started doing it in the studio, so it was cool. They did. It's like, just turn that into a song. He was English, sir. If you know anything about Freddie Mercury, he was definitely English. Actually, the whole band was English. I think the whole band was English. There may have been some other countries involved there, but they're mostly English, if I remember correctly. Nick, how do you go about marketing yourself and getting work? That is, I didn't do a British accent, Randall, so shut up. So Nick, back to your question. Got this guy that keeps doing things, and I didn't do British accent, so anyways, how do you go about marketing yourself? So the marketing portion is all, if you're curious, Nick, is all done through social media. We do a lot through social media. We do a lot through Instagram, Facebook. Technically, even this is marketing. This is YouTube. Our YouTube is part of our marketing plan. Something else that we do too. Oh, we go to shows. We do various things like that. But there's something else we do, and I can't remember exactly what it is off the top of my head. We have a Google page as well. We have like a Google listing. We have websites and stuff like that. So that's kind of how we go around marketing ourselves in that aspect. But getting clients, that is a question that I have been basically figuring out myself, like getting more work. It's just talking with people and finding out who needs what, really. And it kind of goes the same for like graphic designer. Like, we don't do much graphic design. We do more like video editing, recording, mixing, mastering, stuff like that. But it's the same for like graphic design too. It's like, you kind of got to pitch yourself to people. Sometimes you just got to go out there and just like, hey, we see you got some stuff done. Let us know if we can help you, type thing. Go to shows. Yes, Nick, we go to shows quite a bit if we can. In our area, there's free shows, paid shows. The nice thing is, since we also do live audio and visual production, that we actually get we'll get some bands through that as well, because we'll go run a show for a venue. Band will play, band will like how it sounds, and that kind of leads to other things. Sometimes just throwing out a free song or something like that is also handy too, because the band will like, oh, hey, there's not a lot of investment in both sides. It's like, oh, if it doesn't turn out right and they don't like it, they don't feel like they paid for nothing, and you don't feel like you cheap them out. So it works out pretty well that way. And if you're curious where we're based out of, we're actually based out of northern Colorado. So we're kind of between Fort Collins and Loveland, in that, if you know that area, but basically northern Colorado. And we do stuff all over, mostly Colorado, some Wyoming, but every so often we get different, we get a lot like different states. I used to travel quite a bit doing live production for big companies, so I kind of stay away from Vegas. I've done my fair shares of shows there. I don't care to do that. I don't care about it. Microsoft Live Sound Engineer, Mixing Master Engineer, Graphic Design. Graphic design we don't do a whole lot of. The graphic design we do is on our end, like for us. It's our logo, our Instagram, that stuff like that. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, you kind of start in that place, and if they like how your live mixes, generally the live mixes will translate over into the studio world. Studio doesn't always transfer into the live world. It's getting better, but our thing is that we just kind of generally market that way. But I started out as a live engineer, so it comes very natural to me, and then I moved into studio land because I just wanted to be at home more. So, but yeah, it's just kind of, you kind of gotta just kind of put yourself out there sometimes. Just, it's like fishing. You got to throw the hook in the water. If you don't throw the hook in the water, you're not going to get anything. So it just kind of matters. And then I'm not saying like you need to bait and switch people. It's just kind of like, got to put yourself out there, make yourself seen. We go to Music Go Round, which is what this shirt is from. It says I play used gear. It's Music Go Round. They're all over the nation. We've got one here close to us, and I go there actually quite a bit, and I talk with musicians there. There's a lot of like the one that we have, or not all of them are this way, but like the Music Go Round in our area almost feels like kind of like that old like barbershop like feeling. Like you'll go, and like barbershops you used to go and you talk to everybody, get the town gossip, stuff like that. That's kind of how it feels there. It's like I can go and I can hang out, don't feel pressured to buy anything. I usually end up buying something, but because I find something I think I need or want. So for live sound and studio work is different. Yep. Earbuds. Trying to figure out how to market this. Yeah, it can be tricky, Nick, figuring out how to market yourself. That's hard. That's hard to say. Yeah, if you're in a band, it's a little easier because you can kind of talk to other bands. Like if you play a show with another band, you can like, oh, I played a band. Like I played with your band. I'm also working on like becoming a mix engineer, or recording engineer. Can I record you guys? Like work out a fee that way, or work out just doing it for free. Just depends. That's cool that you're about to graduate though. Everybody does it does it just a little bit differently. And I've gotten repeat customers. I've gotten people referrals off of those repeat customers. But sometimes it's just like talking to bands after a show. I just quit. Why did that happen? Oh, because my computer went to sleep. That's why. Stuff's in. I don't know. I don't care. No, see, I say I don't know. I don't care all the time because there's times where I just don't know. And sometimes I say I don't care because I'm getting stupid comments on here from people that are just, I'm tired of hearing about stupid things. So, but the rest of it is true. Like if you don't know something, you got to admit to it. You can't just string someone along like, oh yeah, I know how to. And there are cases where that's not necessarily true, but yes, we do work in a home studio. This is our home studio. That's why it looks the way it does. It would look this way even if it wasn't a home studio. But yeah, it's a home studio it's actually a semi-commercial studio that we built inside of a home. So let's see, someone's trying to post something. Yeah, there are. It's a big achievement. It took us a long time to get to this point. Like honestly, I've been doing this for since I was 18. So at least, oh crap, almost 20 years now. Professionally since I was 18. So, but it got to a point where this was all unfinished, and I was kind of working down here in its unfinished state with like some makeshift gobos and stuff like that. And then I got a client that paid out really well. Actually, they're still a client of mine, and I took some of that money that paid out really well, and I built this space. Otherwise, I've done it in living rooms. I've done kitchens, dining rooms, bedrooms, closets. I've had studios in all sorts of weird spaces. So this is like my first official space. Not 22. I'm old. Look. Actually, with Nick, I don't see them dying off. I don't, not anytime soon at least. Because the mastering stuff isn't quite there. Like the AI, it's close. You still have to go in and tweak stuff. Also, there's things that like a human can do that AI can't. Like we react emotionally to music, and that's what music is. That's how we react to emotions. AI doesn't react that way. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get me a drink of water. I'm just right back there. I keep some water. So I don't know. AI is interesting. I'm still kind of. It's not coffee time. It's water time. It was coffee last week. I've already had coffee today. But AI is interesting. I'm very interested to see what it'll do over time. We've been using Waves Studioverse to master some stuff lately, and that's really cool. Highly recommend it. Actually, we did a video on it, so if you want to go check it out, we have a video about Waves Studioverse and how we mastered a song with it. It turned out really well, I think. And we got 2 new subscribers, so thanks to those who were subscribing. And I like the iZotope stuff too. You're absolutely right. It does some cool stuff. I just like the Studioverse stuff a little bit better because you can pull presets from actual mastering engineers through Studioverse, where iZotope just kind of gives you like, here's some chains that we think might work well. So that's just kind of how I feel about it. But yeah, the human element definitely will stay around for a while. Napster died a long time ago. I don't know. It keeps advancing. You're right. It advances like every day. We use like AI to create YouTube titles. And that's how we get a lot of our titles, and it works really well because I have an idea for a video. I can type that in there, and it'll create a title based off the idea that I have created. They didn't come up with the idea. I came up with the idea. So we'll have that probably for a long time. So I don't foresee it making the human element go away anytime soon. So cool. Yeah, corporate music, however, is different because that's a whole different ballgame, especially when it comes like sync licensing, stuff like that. It's all just a different like ballpark. But AI could take over when it comes to like sync, but I really doubt it will because there's always going to be that human element in there because it has to learn from something, whether humans or something a human has created. So I don't think the human element will ever go away. Libraries, maybe like sound effects libraries it might take over in, which sound effects libraries are pretty, doesn't really take much to make a sound effects library. Like I did it in college. That was one thing when I was in college that we did, is we had a whole like Foley, and it was fun because we got to make weird sounds and turn those sounds into things. And AI could probably do that. Probably could analyze some sound that you have created, but like again, you have a human element in there. So see what else. So yeah, that's all stuff. AI generation stuff will be interesting to see how it goes with loops and stuff over the time. But I don't know. We'll just have to see how it ends up working out. This has been a very interesting live stream. Yesterday it took me forever to get to talking talking about music stuff. I can't get a little tongue-tied there. So, my name is Justin. I own Fox and Robin Recording. I also mix and record and master stuff out of here. Nick, if you want to check out our other videos, we have a lot of other videos that might help you out. Maybe if you're like looking for gear, we did a lot of gear reviews. We've done some like our coffee time stuff has been more like talking about the music industry, but we also definitely like we have interns that work for us here too, so they also ask us questions, and sometimes those questions turn into basically turn into stuff like this. Yeah, a lot of people stumble upon our live stream. That's what it's for. It's so people can kind of get a feel for our channel, and if you like our channel, you like this content, and you find it worthwhile, valuable, whatever you might see it, like and subscribe, and then you'll get our other stuff. What other content do we have? We have a lot of content. We have a lot of shorts. No inspiration. I wanted videos. Let's see. Yeah, we just, the nice thing about with our YouTube channels, you'll see like how we've kind of evolved over the years in spaces, not just in things like this. So I started with an Avid M-Box, actually, a long time ago. I had an M-Box, I think it was the M-Box 2. It was just a 2-channel interface, and I started with that with Avid. And over the years, I've kind of moved away from Avid. Every so often I think about maybe going back, but right now we use Logic. I just don't know how I feel about having that subscription again. Or I just paid $200 for Logic and I have it forever. I have seen the new M-Box, and they are stinking cool. If I weren't wrapped up in the Universal Audio Apollo world, I probably would get one of them. But I have 2 Apollos. I have one here, and I have another one that actually is holding up my phone. So, but yeah, I would totally go with those. They're cool. But I have an Apollo X4 and Apollo X8, which work really well. That's cool. I actually have a perpetual Pro Tools license, but it's old. It's an old license, and it won't work anymore, unfortunately. It won't, well, it'll work. It just won't work on this laptop. Won't work with the M1 series. That's how old it is. Yep, we got a lot of UA stuff. Oh, Dean Smith, you just bought a guitar with an oboe. Cool. To start recording, but don't know where to start with gear. Is there any particular gear you'd recommend getting for just recording guitar? I would start, if you don't have a laptop, obviously start, or a computer in general. We have a laptop because I like to be a little bit mobile. I also have a B room that I'm working on that'll eventually be done, so I can take my laptop, work in the B room. People can work in what this is called the A room. So, but so laptop or desktop, sorry, and then I would go. If you're looking for, I'm sorry, I gotta clear my throat. No, there we go. Sorry about that. So, if you want to start out recording, I would go with, we just did a review on this, it's the Universal Audio 476, and they make smaller versions too that are cheaper as well. But the nice thing is the 476 is you get the vintage like style preamps, like you can choose vintage or non. You get compression built in, which you can't adjust, you can just enable it. And then you get 4 inputs, so you can do your vocal and guitar and something else. But it's all bus powered, so you don't have to have like plug a wall in. Don't have to do it. Don't plug it in the wall. You can power it off your computer, which is nice. So when you shut your computer down, it shuts down too. It's built really well. It's got good sounding mic pre's. I would start with that and then get you a pair of like you could start with like Adam makes the D3X, D3 something. They make little monitors, or like IK Media iLouds, something like that to monitor, or good pair of headphones. That's kind of where I would start, and just start like if you have an Apple, you could start straight off with recording in GarageBand if you have an Apple computer. You don't have to even pay for the software; it comes with your Apple laptop. If you're in the Windows side of things, you could go with Studio One. I think they've got like an artist package, or actually, no, they don't anymore. I take that back. They got rid of the artist. But they've got some software like for $200. You can, yeah, it's like $200. You can get their perpetual software. You could start with Pro Tools if you really want to. It's kind of a little more clunky, but I'm trying to think of what else. Starting out wise, that's kind of where I would start, and then after that, after you kind of get a handle on that, start playing with the acoustics of your room, because that's where it's gonna like really affect how things sound, is the acoustics of your room. Shavy, we are not editing anything today. Actually, we've got a recording session coming up before here, so we'll be recording acoustic guitar and a vocal this afternoon. So that's kind of what we're doing. Oh, that's nice. I did not know that. I don't know who watches these, to be honest. Some people don't watch them at all. But that's great, Shavy, that you watch them daily. That's awesome. We don't always daily live, but like tomorrow we probably won't. So Friday we might. I don't know. Friday I might work on a video. So my computer keeps going to sleep. set to do that every so often. If I don't move, it goes to sleep. I think it's like 10 minutes or something like that. But anyways, that's awesome that you guys that you watch it live. Not everybody does that. But those are kind of my thoughts on getting like a setup. Dean, if you want to go through our channel, and we have quite a bit of like gear reviews. You can watch a whole slew of gear reviews on different gear if you're curious on a certain piece. There's some that we don't have. Yep. Yeah, it's I play used gear because I have a lot of used gear. I don't try to buy used gear, but used gear is cheaper. So it's a good thing to know. Oh, there we go. Now my neck popped. Let's see. 133. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's all I can kind of think of at the moment. Ooh, I don't want auto shore. This is going to be interesting today. For sure. For sure. Yep, that seems about right. I gotta turn that on, don't I? Gotta turn gear on. My tattoo, which one? I've got this one here. I got a pirate ship right here. That's that one. And then I've got a fox and a robin. That you may not be able to see. The fox is here. And I got a robin on this arm. This arm's a little harder to see because I can't quite show you. But that's my tattoos. I don't mind showing off my tattoos. I prefer Apple, to be honest, Dean, when it comes to a computer. And I'm saying this because your price to performance is pretty decent. Plus, they're pretty sturdy. I've had a couple Windows laptops, and they can get noisy and get really noisy with Windows. Their fans kick in, or they just constantly go. And Apple has actually figured out how to keep the heat and all of that low enough and dissipate well enough that it'll kind of not have to run quite so loud. Apple's actually not that hard to learn. And the nice thing about Apple is overall it's pretty straightforward. Like, it's not Windows where it's like you got all these weird menus and control panel and stuff like that. The only thing with Apple is you can't really, like, when it comes time to update, you basically just have to buy a whole new computer. You can't just like stick new parts. But that's kind of general for most laptops. Now, if you're going with a desktop, that's a little bit different. Apple's desktops are cool. They have the Mac Mini that just came out. The Mac Mini M4 looks amazing. I don't have one. I stick with laptops because I like to move around a little bit, but I do have a studio display that my laptop plugs into just to have a bigger screen. But for music production, Apple, they kind of have the nail hit on the head when it comes to music production. Video production, it still kind of varies. But for music production, I still kind of think Apple's kind of got the nail on the head for that one, and probably will for a while. But like I said, if you get an Apple computer, you get GarageBand on it, and then you can just buy like a little interface like the UA476, or they make other. I think they make a 2-channel one. I don't know what its name is. It's the Volt series. So if you buy a UA Volt for say $300, you get a laptop, that, and a pair of headphones. You're pretty much right out to go. You can plug the Volt into your computer, plug your mic and whatever into that, open up GarageBand, and start recording. And then when you feel like you're kind of surpassed what you can do with like GarageBand, you can graduate into the Logic realm, and you can actually open up your GarageBand sessions within Logic. So it's kind of cool. Or here's another option. Because Logic now runs on an Apple iPad. You can get an iPad for like $400. Like even I think that's the last series. The new series is a little more, but you can get like the last series. I have one that works great. It's USB-C, and you can actually power a UA Volt with it. A UA Volt will work with the Apple iPad, and then you can do Logic, and I think it's like a $5 subscription a month. You can then do that and have Logic on your iPad and record straight off your iPad. which I'm working on a video with that, so we'll see. Or GarageBand, because it does come with GarageBand. Either way, you could do GarageBand. Pay $300 for an iPad. Pay $300, so $600. Say $600 out the door. You could get an Apple iPad, a UA Volt, use GarageBand, and plug your guitar in and record straight on your iPad and mix it down and send it to people. Something that could totally be done, which is kind of a cool world we live in. You may hear dogs barking because I have the windows open upstairs and the door open down here, and they want in. But they're going to have to wait. We've got 14 dogs in the house, so every so often you might hear a dog. Maybe. We'll see. Kind of my thoughts on that. This week at YouTube, I don't care. We are a Waves affiliate, so if anybody's looking for some Waves plugins, let us know. We'll send you our affiliate link, and you can support the channel that way. Yeah, no problem, Dean. I hope that helps you. There's so many options out nowadays, but yeah, like I said, we're going to do a video on the iPad and the Volt together. Just kind of see how it works. So, it'll be kind of interesting. I just don't know. Not sponsored by Liquid Death, but if Liquid Death happens to see this, that'd be great. I like their stuff. That's just sparkling water. Let's see, where are we at? Inspiration. I don't want to brainstorm. Just wanted to look at my dashboard. There we go. No, analytics. Let's forget about that. Too many tabs. Too many tabs. Cool. Cool. And that's all I know. If you guys got any more questions, feel free to hit us up and see what we can do for you. 624. That's great. Super thankful for everybody who's liked and subscribed. Always are, always will be. We don't do the subscribe for subscribe thing, but we do appreciate everybody who does hit the like and subscribe and watches our videos and gives us comments. As long as you're not inappropriate about it, we'll generally contact you back about them. But, you know, it's kind of where we live in today's world. 43 minutes, like probably another hour. Today will probably be an hour long. I don't know. Sometimes they're an hour, sometimes they're half an hour, sometimes they're an hour and 10. Yesterday was a little over an hour. Today's will probably be right along that hour mark. I got a little bit of headache, and I got stuff to get done before my session starts, so probably give it 10 more minutes and then probably hop off, just because I do have to get back to doing some work. Got to set up for a session. I got to... I think what else I got to do today. There's a few other stuff. Got a date night tonight with my lady. That's going to be fun. I'm going to go see Wicked. Yeah, that's just kind of where we are. Keep getting new subscribers, which is super awesome. I like getting new subscribers. Let's see if we got any new ones here. Nope. That's okay. If you guys like our content, go check out other videos. We got a ton of other videos. We got like over 100 long form. So I can tell you, we got 108 long form. Got a ton of shorts. How many shorts do we have? We have 590 shorts, it says. I don't think that's right. Could be. Seems about right. 590 shorts, and then the live streams. This says we have 21 live streams, which I think we've done a little more than that, maybe. Oh. Sounds like I got some water draining down here. I don't know what. Oh, I ran the dishwasher. I forget that. I forget that I ran the dishwasher. But yeah, anybody wants to send us any more like musical stuff? We're all down for that. But yeah, we'll probably end it here in probably about 10 minutes, just because, like I said, we got stuff that we got to get done today, which is not a bad thing. It's just sometimes you got to get stuff done. Uber, Petco. I already have one of those. Why are you sending me that? Oh, it's an ad. That's why. Don't care about that. I don't like spam. Spam stuff, I get a lot of that. And I try not to spam people either, but sometimes that's how I get like our name and stuff out, is you just hit up a bunch of bands. So, but yeah, just hit up a bunch of bands and see what they can do for you, what you can do for them. It's a service industry, so that's how it works. We generally don't ask for tips, but I've had artists tip us. I don't know why, but we've had a few of them tip us like, "Hey, here's an extra $50." That's great, but we didn't ask for your tip. Not that we don't want it, it's just not how we roll. I like watching myself sometimes, and I look funny. Yeah. That's all I know. I think with today's, we might call it short. We're super grateful for those who have liked and subscribed. Feel free to go watch our other content. Hit some more like and subscribing if you're new. Also, watch out for some videos that we'll have dropping this week. We got a review we're working on that guy back there in that bag. I'm not going to tell you what it is until the video drops, but we're working on it. It's a cool video. I hope it's a cool video. It's been useful. It's been I've enjoyed working or doing these live streams every day because it's allowed me to talk with people in our community. That's kind of what YouTube is. It's a community. So we're just trying to try that out, do some more live stuff, because not that I'm running out of ideas for our long form content. I just want something that's a little more interactive. So plus this, gives me an idea what people watch and what time people watch stuff. So, but I think we're gonna call it just a little bit early. Like I said, it's about 12:30 our time here, getting close to it. So we got some things we gotta go work on. We're gonna go make some music, and we'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out our website at foxandrobinrec.com. We'll see you next time.